No!
Welcome to the fourth day of the Spooktober 2020. Today we're talking about Slither from 2006. It was directed by James Gunn, yes. The James Gunn who made the two Guardians of the Galaxy movies. He's also making the third one and the Suicide Squad in the foreseeable future. Slither stars a big cast. Elizabeth Banks, Michael Rooker, Nathan Fillion, Greg Henry, and himself in one scene. It didn't do well at the box office, but it has since found its place in the sci-fi body horror subgenre and developed a cult following. Slither follows a group of characters in a small town when a parasitic alien is brought down to Earth by a meteor. It's very easy to draw resemblance to John Carpenter's The Thing from 1982, Cronenberg's The Fly, or even in my opinion, the more underappreciated one, The Blob from 1988. It encapsulated the 80s horror genre perfectly, from the practical effect to some of the comedy to the sexual undertone, but Slither goes a little bit beyond that because you can totally see it as a new spin on the classic zombie subgenre. Considering James Gunn did write for Dawn of the Dead back in 2004, I think he put it off really well here. With a cast like this, I love how Gunn controlled the tone of this entire project. All of the acting here are goofy all around, I just gotta say it, and I think that's one of the aspects of why Slither is so fun and tongue-in-cheek. The deadpan, dry as hell humor Nathan Fillion's character embodies is definitely some of the highlights for me. I also want to mention Greg Henry's because he is pretty much a scene stealer. Every scene with him in it is this over-the-top line deliveries. I loved it. Slither does not take itself seriously. It knows exactly what it is. This is a perfect, fun, trashy B-horror film, and it is very fucking entertaining. The practical effects on this thing is just as good as any other 80s body horrors. There are also some really good visuals and cinematography here. Like, this gotta be one of those one perfect shot from movies, that shot. With that being said, whenever the filmmakers blend the CGI with practical, you can almost always tell instantly. It's not bad. It's just you can tell. Sometimes it looks actually really good. However, I think with the tone the film set up, it should not matter that much. You're already accepting the absurdity and these larger-than-life scenarios. There's really no reason to bitch about the CG. When it doesn't work as well, you don't really mind it, but when it does work, it's fucking disgusting. I also like the theme the film is trying to communicate because the horror from Slither spawns from a married couple slowly distancing from each other and the fear and probably loneliness that comes with that. I guess the only thing I have against it, if I'm really nitpicking and reaching for it, I guess I didn't quite feel the unity of the town and the character web. I didn't feel like there are people coming together to one group and fighting this thing. I don't feel like they're from the same place. Most prominently, there's never a scene where the characters sit down and have a talk in a setup. That's a really bland and amateur way of putting it, but it would probably work better. Greg Henry is a mayor who cusses a lot, and that never came back and affected anything with neither the story nor the character. There's also this weird subplot that's mentioned only once or twice of where the aliens probably came from. I thought that was a big red herring that just doesn't quite matter. And also the playground, the town itself didn't feel that isolated and small, which can really create an extra layer of desperation if they flesh that out a bit. But I think Slither is really fun. It does the job. Give it a good watch with your friends. I'm pretty sure you'll have a really good laugh and, have fun with it. Decent B-.